So how do you set up multi-factor authentication for the users? Let's go ahead and set it up for our user called as Alex. To do so, I will navigate to the user section, and what you'll notice is MFA, the multi-factor authentication, right here on the top. So I'll click on that, and you'll notice that it takes me to a totally different tab. Here I gotta log in as an admin, and then you'll get into the dashboard of multi-factor authentication. So here you can go ahead and enable and disable MFA for users individually. Now looking at the user Alex, I'll check this box, and then on the right hand side I'll click on enable to enable multi-factor authentication for the user. Okay, so that's done. That's how simple it is. Now let's go ahead and try to log in as Alex and see if Alex is enforced to do MFA. Okay, so I'm going to launch the incognito mode so that I do not use any cookies, and I will navigate to myapps.microsoft.com. Okay, this time I will log in as Alex because Alex is the only guy who's got MFA enabled. You'll log in with alex at rainingcloud.de. Alright, he then types in his password. And now, because Alex is logging in for the first time after the MFA setup, he's prompted to keep his account secure. Let's do that now. I'll click on next. And now Alex will be prompted to either set up an authentication phone or an office phone or a mobile app, right? So the difference between the authentication phone and office phone is that when you select authentication phone, you will be given access to type your own phone number. Whereas if you go ahead and type office phone, this is an attribute which the MFA is picking up from Active Directory. Let me show that to you. So I'll minimize this, go back to Azure Active Directory, go to Alex, and then here there's an option to set up the mobile phone, right? So whatever number is set here, this is where the message, code, or the phone will ring when MFA is triggered, right? So that's what mobile phone or office phone means. On the other side, Alex can also choose to have authentication done on his own personal device. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and fill these fields up and quickly show you that. So I'm going to type in my number. Okay, and I will select send me a code by text. That's fine. There you go. So I got a text message which I'm going to punch in here and then click on verify. So that is all. Now next time when Alex tries to log in, he will be sent a code on his phone and he then has to type that code to log in. So apart from typing in his credentials, he has to verify with the code as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is sign Alex out from here and sign in again. So I will launch the incognito mode one more time. Go to same website, myapps.microsoft.com, log in with Alex. So that's one factor of authentication. So password is one factor. The second factor is the text. So someone who has hacked my password must also steal my phone to get the authentication done and to access my applications, right? So this is what multi-factor authentication is. I'll go back to the admin portal here. In the admin portal, you can also run a bulk update, search for the users. So if you want to search for a particular user, let's say Matt, you will be able to find it right here. So this is a search option. There's not much of complexity here, and you can filter them by enabled or enforced, run a bulk update, and then view who the global admins are, password admins are, and service administrator. So this is not a complex screen. There's not much of an options here. Usually you'll just go ahead and select the user and enable or disable the MFA. We'll talk more about authentication methods. So if I navigate to Alex profile and click on authentication methods, here are certain options we have, and we will talk about it in the next lesson.